Welcome to my 19th Wild Watchers video. Today I will be talking about the movies I watched in the month of July. I shall talk about them individually starting now. The first movie I watched was Into the Grizzly Maze. I watched this because I was going to do a fan trailer for it, and then I didn't get around to doing it, and I've uploaded the trailer, which I shall leave a link to in the description below. The trailer came out pretty good. The movie itself is actually pretty good. A lot of people prefer Backcountry, which came out around the same time, and also features a killer bear, but I think Into the Grizzly Maze is a lot more entertaining. There's a nice amount of gore, violence, and just a great adventure feel. The second movie I watched was Dark Age. I have known about this movie since I was a freaking kid, and I never got it because I wasn't able to own it either. I finally bought it, and now I really want to read the book Numenwara. But Dark Age has a very strong environmental message, and it's a solid movie about a killer crocodile. It's an Australian movie with bite, and an awesome practical crocodile. The third movie I watched was You're Next. Now, me and my girlfriend have been dating for 10 months, and we've only watched 2 horror movies together. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I advise you not to do with your first girlfriend if she's not totally into horror movies, and then I showed her and my brother's girlfriend You're Next. Big mistake. They are petrified of this movie now. My girlfriend thought it was good. Scary, but good. My brother's girlfriend was like, ew, it's so gross and scary, and I don't ever want to see that movie again. You're Next is a solid 80s throwback. Not in style, but in soundtrack. The music in this movie is perfect, and there's really no CG gore. It's all practical and greasy, baby. The fourth movie I watched was The Evil Dead, the 1981 original straight up classic. It's one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite movie of the 1980s. It is outrageously gruesome, bloody, scary, creepy, and a bit cheesy, but it all blends together so nicely. It is my favorite movie out of the Evil Dead franchise. The fifth movie I watched was Kong Skull Island. The last time I watched this movie was back in March of this year. Watching it again, I realized why I love it so much. It's so much fun, it has great characters, there's some brutal action, and it is all around awesome for a PG-13 rated creature feature. The CGI especially is impressive. Khan is big and looks big, or however which way you want to say it. This movie is just awesome. The sixth movie I watched was Omen 4: The Awakening. Definitely one of the worst movies in the Omen franchise. Not the worst, it still has some redeeming factors, but it's not original enough to save itself, nor is it gory or scary enough to win any points with me. It's a little underdecent, not the best horror movie out there, but also not the worst. The seventh movie I watched was Two-Headed Shark Attack. This was anticipation for watching Five-Headed Shark Attack. I think this movie has some great kills. Lots of gruesome bloodshed in the water and people getting ripped apart. The CGI for the time is passable. The acting and characters can go blow themselves because they're all super frickin' annoying. You don't root for really anyone, not even the teachers, played by Charlie O'Connell and Carmen Electra. I mean, this movie is cheesy fun, to say the most. The eighth movie I watched was also anticipation for Five-Headed Shark Attack, Three-Headed Shark Attack. It's a definite improvement over Two-Headed Shark Attack. It has a lot more action, better CGI, it constantly tries to one-up itself, and the characters are not as annoying. Still, the overuse of recycled stock footage and bad pacing issues brought this down a whole bunch because it was entirely noticeable. The ninth and final movie I watched in the month of July was the one I was anticipating for so long. Months. Five-Headed Shark Attack. This movie rocks. It is my favorite out of the multi-headed shark movies. It has great characters, great pacing for the most part, lots of gruesome kills, It one-ups itself sometimes. The only problem I had with this movie were just a few minor nitpicky things and the overuse of recycled previous footage. It works though, it's a great movie for a Sci-Fi Channel shark film. And those are it. Those are the 9 movies I watched in the month of July. I am Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below, leave comments, and subscribe.